Alright, let's start up another Minecraft Monday. This week we're going to be talking about burnout, steps you can do to help prevent it, and so on. Also about some future plans and ideas I'm having. So first, Hacker Manifest is coming out this weekend, this coming one. Definitely going to get it done. Absolutely. Been stressed with finals, which is why we're going to talk about burnout. Okay. So, let's start with the simple question of what is burnout? Burnout is simply when you work too hard and then you've burnt all your energy and you can't keep going. I find a lot of it has to do with stress. So, when you're uber stressed, you find that you get, I find that I get burnt out. Can't keep doing things, such as getting my work done, waking up early, and exercising. And it royally stinks. Especially when final season is coming up. Right? Especially when you need to start looking for a job. Especially when you need to do a million other things. Ready for the worst part about burnout? It makes you feel like you can't get the hobbies done that you want to get done. I like to play guitar, I like music, I like writing. I even sketch now and again. Burnout prevents me from doing that. So yeah, it royally sucks. Now then, my burnout, which may be to y'all, is felt in two different ways. The first is the main way, what I call the crash, right? This is the very obvious burnout that everyone knows and loves. Crash happens after a big intense thing, or a big nightmarish work day, or anything else, right? And then you just crash. You go home, you sleep, you slept for 12 hours, you wake up, you hop on video games, you go to sleep, you sleep again for 12 hours, you wake up, and you wonder, what am I doing? Why do I feel like crap? That's what I call the crash. The second step, the second part, is what I call the recovery. Which is kind of where I'm at currently. That's the vibe of, oh, dude, I cannot get myself to do any work. I can't force myself to do anything. This is what I would say is, it's akin to executive dysfunction. I don't know if it quite is yet. I would have to do some more thinking on that to be able to say confidently. But it does feel like executive dysfunction. I'm gonna get that clay. I tried to do some stuff with some bricks. Not usually, but it could be fun. So, executive dysfunction is when you want to do something, but you just can't get yourself to do it. That's how I explain it anyways. That's a lot what it feels like. So, at least for me. Maybe it isn't for y'all, but my solution to that is to focus on what you can do and take small steps to kind of rebuild yourself. Our goal is not to be ultra productive and get a million things done all at once. I think that's overall pretty foolish and not possible. So instead, what you should be focusing on is how to prevent yourself from getting into the burnout spot in the first place. Right? And how to quickly recover, how to bounce back from it when it does occur. So, for how to avoid it, I don't know. That might come after, that might be a big research video, you know, how to prevent burnout, because that's something I would want to make sure I'm very well informed of before I tell someone, yeah, man, all you gotta do is these 3 steps. And if you do, you'll never have burnout again, because if I'm wrong, that sucks. So, let's not do that. But I can tell you how to recover from it, because I currently am. Namely, it's about small steps. You know, if you keep trying to force yourself to do big things again, and you'll be like, okay, well, I'm just gonna bounce back to where I was, you're immediately gonna crash again, right? That part's the obvious part, but the less so obvious part is that it feels like you're trying to rebuild habits that you already did. Right, for me, this is waking up early. I feel like I have to rebuild that habit all the way over again. Which I kind of do. I kind of do have to rebuild it from the start. I also have to rebuild the habit of my usual work day. I don't feel like I can work the same I usually do. Which is to say about 8 to 10 hours, I think. Yeah, it's about 8 to 10 hours. No, it's more of like 6 to 10. It depends on my mood. But I can't just go like, okay, well, time for me to get back to it. Because I genuinely can't. So, why bother trying to do something that's just going to end up with me in more frustration and more pain? I'm not going to. So, this is where the actual tip comes in, which is just start doing smaller things, you know? Don't focus on getting back immediately and being like jumping up, you know? Build yourself up slowly, figure out what's working, what isn't working. And that's probably not the advice you want to hear. Certainly not the advice I want to tell myself. You know, again, finals weeks. It's right there. It's coming up. I don't want to do it. I'm scared, but don't want to have to slowly get back to studying. I want to just get back into it immediately. But if I do that, I think I would crash out. I don't want to do that. So instead I have to do it slow. A little bit of reading, a little bit of work here and there. Work in about 30 minutes, and then usually I have to take a break, relax, work again for like 30 minutes, take another break. You may be like, oh, that's just Pomodoro. It's not Pomodoro, because I'm not taking 5-minute breaks. I'm taking like 10, 20-minute breaks. Maybe even an hour if I really feel out of it. But just the fact that you're slowly building up that stamina again, that's what it comes down to, right? You're building up the stamina again. That's what you need to be focusing on. Don't think of it as you're trying to rush and get back to normal. We're humans. We have these things called a mood, and they swing occasionally. And some weeks we're just not gonna be in it. We're not gonna be in the right headspace, and that's okay. Now, mind you, I also have been doing a little bit of reading into stoicism and that kind of mental health work and whatnot. Not enough for me to confidently say anything on it, of like, here's the things you need to do to be an actual stoic, or whatever nonsense people are currently peddling. More of referring to just being able to have better control of your emotions and moods and energy, you know? And that's another thing I'm hoping to make some videos on. Energy and mood and the relationship between your mental state and your ability to do things. But I also want to say another thing. You know, about recovering from burnout, which is don't bed rot. That's not going to help you either. Instead, you should try to engage with your friends. I've been playing a lot of video games with my friends online, and that's been really good for me. That's really been helping me out. And I recommend y'all to do the same thing. It's really important to feel like you're a part of something, to feel like you're with a group of people, and to just socialize in a way that's meaningful and impactful to you. If all you do whenever you're like crashing or burning out or you just don't feel good is like bed rot, you're not gonna feel good for long. Or no, you're gonna feel worse for longer. That's the way to put it. And I don't think that's the way to go, you know? I think life is about trying to find your own happiness. Trying to come up with the strategies to manage it. And I think part of that is being a part of being engaged with other people. So that's my treaty on burnout is 3 steps. 1, don't hate yourself. 2, recover slowly. 3, talk to people. Which I think all of this can be summarized in one simple little statement, being go touch grass. I think we should all go touch more grass. Grass is pretty epic. Ow. 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 What's up next on the docket? Just future ideas. You know, what ideas I have brewing. Obviously, the weekly book club thing is not ending up being weekly. Maybe eventually it will be, but it seems like it's more monthly at this point. Which, I don't think that's a bad thing. I think it might be nice to have that time to slowly work through something and make sure you give it your whole attention. Right? So, that's how it'd be, and that's how it be. Nothing wrong with that. 2, I think I want to do a little bit more research into this first and foremost. This is much more long term, but look into more financial stuff, mostly for myself, and then, you know, writing a whole video on it and talking about it. You know, that's the whole point. Figuring that out. I'm not very good with finances, which, I mean, like, a 20-year-old is. So, I think that would be a really fun project, a really important project for me to take on. So, obviously, I want to do a big video project on energy, maintaining that in a capacity that's not productivity bro pilled, you know, because those dudes are crazy in a bad way. Like, dude, I don't want to be working 18-hour weeks. That sounds not Fun. That sounds annoying. Silver here. I think that'd be nice. Nice little house here. Engage in with the water a bit, maybe. That'd be fun. Let's do that. How do y'all feel about gameplay? Like, gameplay while yapping in the background? I was thinking about doing some other games as well when I'm doing these. Obviously, the first video on this channel is web fishing, but I think of Baltro, Warframe, even Destiny. These are games I play. Might be interesting. Could be fun. Any that you have suggestions for, you let me know. Actually, speaking of suggestions, any ideas for videos? I was thinking of learning a skill such as sketching, right? And balancing that with, you know, everything else. You know, obviously I take sketching as more of a hobby than anything else, but what if I sunk some real time into it? You think that'd be fun? Be an interesting concept. I know a lot of people do it, but again, a lot of people also do the very extreme things of like 60 days learning to draw. Can I become a masterful artist in that time? And then it's like these people who have infinite time on their hands, or it's their job or something. It's not people who have like lives where they have to do things. It's like, oh, you're just an unemployed college student. What do you know? And it's like, well, I mean, I have a lot of work to do that you don't think about. So, it might be interesting. I don't know. A lot of this is yapping. Yapping the channel. Yapping the video. I love to yap. Do I have 4-string? No. I'll tell you, I did work out today, and I did wake up early today. I'm doing this video, even though I didn't want to. I'm happy about it. And do some more work later as well. So, yeah. You just gotta do things slow. Life's not about rushing things and whatnot. It's about, you gotta take your time. It's okay. No one's expecting you to have everything figured out immediately. Well, I mean, people do, but those people are a little crazy. They're a little have high expectations on what the average person's like. It's much more important to just live a little. Engage with the people around you. And have fun. I think that's something people forget, is to have fun. I see that creeper. I have 3-string. I don't have any arrows though. Oh my god. Okay. I realized my mistake. Okay? Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of me in the comments. I realized what I did. So yeah. It's day now. Setting. Rising sun. This week I'm hoping to get some stuff done. Work on some school projects. Hopefully get some money. Make a little bit of cash. What are y'all plans this week? Let me know.